Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Post Game Live. I am your host, Big Mike. I just had to hit you with some nostalgia there. We are live after Game 3 of Knicks Heat. Heat win convincingly. I'm always with my guys, never alone. Let me introduce the panel to you. The Mad Producer, Podcast Poppy's in the building.
The Mad Producer and the best GM WWE 2K23 has ever seen.
We've got, I guess he's playoff Randall Stinks now. Anthony is in the building.
What up? What up?
And somewhere outside, literally in the streets, running the streets, Breezy is in the building.
What's good?
Well, fellas,
I got
go ahead.
I got smoke, but at the same time, I can't really give the smoke because I'm hungover like a bitch. So that's
Cinco de Drinko.
Yeah, you might ask me. You say you wasn't gonna ask about the shades. The shades is because my eyes hurt. That's why.
Oh, we are here after Knicks Heat Game 3. Heat win 105
86.
105-86. They take a 2-1 lead. There's a lot to go over with this game. So let's just go dig right in. I'll open the floor to the panel. How did you take a look? What you think about today's game?
Bricks, and more bricks. And some more bricks. A few bad calls and then some more bricks. That's essentially what the game was today. We got nothing out of our second unit. Quickly, had like 10 points. That was like his best game so far, which is really not saying much. Toppin played like ass, and Grimes played like ass. Pretty much everyone in the second unit played like ass. I think either Randall and Brunson or Barrett and Brunson were combined 0 for 10 from 3, which is
Randall and Brunson.
Yeah, Randall and Brunson, just abysmal.
If you want to do all three of them, they were 2 for 17.
Oh, God. Yeah. You're not going to win too many games. And the crazy thing is, it's not like the Heat were shooting lights out. Jimmy Butler didn't have a crazy playoff Butler game. No one really went crazy as far as like the Heat's offense and whatnot. We just couldn't make it was very reminiscent of Game 2 against the Cavs, where it's like it's not so much we played that bad, we just couldn't make anything. And it was just one of those games.
Yeah, they were making shots and we weren't. I thought that's the way the game went. They were making shots, we weren't. I haven't really looked much into like the foul calling and free throws and stuff like that yet, but yeah, gotta make shots, and we were not. And hey,
I didn't think the officiating was horrible. It definitely wasn't horrible.
There were some bad calls.
There were some bad calls on both sides. On both sides. It was consistently bad for both teams. Like, the Heat got more calls against them, but they ended up shooting more free throws. But again, take those free throws away, you guys still kind of like lost.
Yeah.
So like, you can't even blame the fouling. Like this is what it is, right? Julius Randle was fucking terrible. He was.
Had a bad game.
It started early too. Like I sent a text out because I knew Anthony was going to start fucking throwing a fit after the first quarter, and I'm like, listen, the Knicks bench is going to, once Butler's in Love sit down, like the Knicks bench will get them in, and it'll be a game again. And that just never happened. That just didn't happen. So, like, we can't, like, the first 5 minutes of the bench being out there, I saw Grimes airball a fucking finger roll. Which was fucking abysmal to see that. But then, I just don't know what was supposed to happen here. Like I thought after game 2, seeing how pretty close of a game it was without Jimmy Butler, that I thought the Knicks were not going to win this game. I did not think it was going to be in this fashion. I thought it was going to be more of a fight.
They
But
made a threes, man.
if they didn't even shoot, they shot 21% from 3. They shot 7 for 32. So it's not like, again, it's not like Anthony said, like, it's exactly what Anthony said. Like, it's not like they were playing unbelievable. It's just the Knicks just weren't making anything. And it sucks when in the first quarter, Julius Randle's just looking for fouls as opposed to playing basketball. And that's a big problem when he's going out there and he's trying to get a foul call on Bam, who's sitting there with his arms up like this. When Julius Randle's causing the contact for it, like that's a regular season foul you're not going to get in this game. And at that point, and he did that for like 4 straight possessions. At that point, it's like you got to keep it moving. You're not going to get that call. You need to just play basketball and keep it pushing. Harping on that's just going to do nothing but put you guys in a hole.
Yeah. When I turned the game on, as I said, like I've been playing bad most of the time.
The thing that upset me the most, like the one thing that upset me most about the game was because, like I said, the Heat weren't that offensively proficient either. And when they were missing, because they went cold at some stretches of the game, they were driving to the hoop. Butler was driving to the hoop. They were all trying to get inside shots. What were we doing? We just kept bricking. We just kept building bricks and shooting just low percentage shots. There were times where we could have gotten back into the game. I'm talking about within 10 points or less, but we decided let's try to jack up a 3. Let's try to force the situation, and we just kept missing. And then he eventually just found the rhythm again. It's just, and that happened multiple times, and it was just really frustrating.
A lot of the problem stems from the Knicks closeout defense on 3-pointers, because whether or not, like, they shot 32 threes today. The fact they were able to get 32 threes off is insane.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw shoot 50 the other night. So I mean,
who?
Either Phoenix or Golden State.
Well, a Golden State team that's like has 2 of the greatest 3-point shooters of all time on it.
Yeah, that's a little different.
It's different, but like if the Knicks are going to continue, like they shot 43s, they made more threes than the Heat did today.
By one,
still more.
Before Blackheart, you're real chatty now that Boston is up. real chatty.
If the Knicks want to win this series, they cannot let Miami shooters get open. Like the failing to close out properly on 3-point shooters is ridiculous. And I kind of like saw it game 1, and I thought for sure Tibbs was gonna like adjust. And if they're playing defense like they're playing against Cleveland, where it's okay to not follow the screener on the pick and pop on the 3-point line because, you know, Okoro's not going to shoot that 3 very well. No, you're letting fucking Max Strus and Gabe Vincent get open looks. So it's like it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Like, and that's with them not shooting well tonight. Like, Max Strus shot 3 for 10. And Duncan Robinson, the fact that Duncan Robinson, 1, is playing is hilarious. And 2, is getting 5 3-point shots off tonight. That's not a guy you want shooting a wide open 3. It's just he's cold. So like that's crazy that a specialist in today's NBA is getting open 3-point shots.
I mean, they have designed plays for Dylan. I mean, he wants to shoot. They're designing plays for him to shoot. It's gonna happen. Just because you think he's terrible doesn't mean that he doesn't have. You don't like
stealing money. I like Duncan Robinson
at all.
I enjoyed Duncan Robinson. I'm a fan of Duncan Robinson as a person, as a podcaster, and as a player. I get it. But, like, he's not very good at basketball outside of shooting threes. If we're being frank here, that's what he does. It's Joe Harris, right? Joe Harris really isn't that
2.0.
Yeah, it's Joe Harris, it's Duncan Robinson, it's your JJ Redick's, it's your guys who really are there to just do one thing. It's the old school specialty guy, which in today's NBA gets run off the floor. Right, James? We've had this conversation many a time before.
Yep.
So it's like the fact that he's on the court and they're like, yo, let's not just pin this guy in because he only comes in on the second unit. So it's like, let's say we're not going to just have a guy follow this guy around or adjust to, not sink down like every time somebody drives past. It's the same way they like teams defend Jokic. Like, we're just going to collapse everybody and let him pass out. Like the Heat aren't just going to chuck threes whenever they have a chance to. Like, I don't get it. Like there has to be a better adjustment plan than just like, yeah, well, they're going to have to make their threes. They will.
I mean, I think that's what the Knicks are banking on. That Miami is going to revolt back to regular season Miami, a team that couldn't shoot at all. Which Dylan was saying, but as I was saying earlier, this is the number one offense in the playoffs. Not Golden State, not Denver, not Phoenix. Miami is the number one offense in basketball right now.
Number one offense in basketball in the regular season. They were like one of the worst points per games teams in basketball.
Yeah, so this idea that they're going to turn back out, you got to throw that out the window. It's a new season, just like it's playoff Jimmy. This is not that Miami Heat team. So you got to figure out a way that like
it's not that Miami Heat team. This is not this Cleveland Cavaliers team. This is a different team.
I will disagree. I don't have a problem with if Miami's offense is Vincent scoring. I'll live with that because
if it's shooting threes,
Strauss,
those guys can shoot.
Strauss, but if I had to pick between Vincent,
don't forget Kevin Love
Martin,
too.
I'm letting Vincent shoot. Between them three, I'm letting Vincent shoot.
The problem is like Jimmy's going to get whatever Jimmy wants.
And then if
the offense is, hey, Jimmy's going to do whatever the fuck he wants, and then like the random guys who can hit threes are hitting threes, then it's like okay. We watched Gabe Vincent game 5 in that Bucks series hit the most important three of the game on hey, I'm pulling up 4 feet behind the 3-point line in your fucking face. I don't care. They have an irrational confidence guy who actually makes his shots. That's a scary thing. You have a guy who's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm taking this. It's what happens if Dion Waiters made his shots. Like that's what they got.
that was king irrational confidence.
Dion Waiters, Nick Young, Lance Stevenson.
I'm talking about my man Swaggy P. All right,
Swaggy P was irrational confidence like I've ever seen.
Swaggy P hit it from anywhere on the court.
And took it from anywhere because he was always hot. He missed 5 straight. I'm hot.
He's always hot. Swaggy P is always hot.
Goes 1 for 10. I'm good, coach. Let me keep shooting.
No, but I will. Go ahead, Anthony.
No,
but James Harden is a gunner.
Oh God,
James Harden's not an irrational confidence guy. He's just like I'm James Harden. I'm pulling.
Exactly. Like it's not irrational. James
pulling
Harden
from what?
What
the hell is he pulling?
Pretty sure Doc won't pull him. I'm surprised you're not on the James Harden's going to figure it out train this year, Anthony.
After game 3?
Last year.
Wait a minute. Last year.
Remember last playoffs, he was saying when Philly got eliminated, he said James Harden MVP tour incoming. All this is changing. And then like James Harden had that 40-something point performance and Anthony was real quiet. And I'm just like, what's going on here? And then last night he's just like, where's James Harden? And I'm just like, is this really a surprise at this point in his career? Like he does this?
I don't know. You asking me or Dylan because you know how me and Dylan feel about shit.
Like mine doesn't come from a place of malice like yours does, Mike. But like, what are we doing here?
No, but the thing
being a thing.
No, but the thing is, it wasn't even an average James Harden game. It was pitiful. Like it's one of those games where all you literally needed for him was to just be average, and the Sixers probably would have won that game.
Sounds like you got playoff James Harden. That's what it sounds like you got.
Yeah, Anthony, I don't know why you're shocked here. I really don't know why you're shocked here.
You just put an ounce, just a little teaspoon of pressure on that man. Falls apart. Promise.
I don't know. Game 1 was awesome, and if they can continue to get that, if you need to get 40 out of James Harden every game, you're not winning. Your team's not meant to win that series.
No, but how much did he score in Game 3? He scored like what, 15 or something?
I don't know how much
he scored. He scored like 14. 14
you don't need 40 from Harden. You just need
I know he was trash. I know that.
Well, they did need 40 from Harden because if he would have gave them 40, they would have won.
They would have won, but they don't. But they don't need 40. They need 20 to 25 because Embiid is going to give you 30. He's going to give you 30, and the fact that Embiid on one knee was still playing better than James Harden.
James Harden gave him 16.
Oh, he scored 16. My bad. Oh.
If he gave 16, if he would have given them
how much Embiid give them on one knee?
30 and 13.
How much did Maxey have again?
30, 13, and 4 blocks. The fact that we have to have this conversation, like, why isn't Maxey playing like why are they not giving him better shots than what he's taking? That's crazy to me. That's absolutely crazy to me. And Tobias Harris doing that thing whenever Joel Embiid and James Harden are on the court, he just forgets how to play basketball too.
He just watches.
Crazy. He just watches. When Joel Embiid doesn't play, Tobias Harris is awesome. He's awesome. When he plays, he's just I forget how to play basketball. That's wild. Get Tobias Harris off Philly. Put him somewhere where he could just score buckets. I don't understand this.
Nah, that's the thing. He can get buckets. We've seen him do it. Yeah, he just doesn't want to do it.
I don't second option on a team. That's why I like this CBA thing because there's not going to be real third options anymore, third stars anymore. You have to get a high end role player.
Yeah, if you go over the CBA thing again, I'm not too worried.
So they're changing a few things about how the luxury tax works. And mid-level exceptions and not getting top tier guys. They're trying to prevent 3-star teams.
Oh, okay.
So now it's a matter of with the salary cap changing and the way the MLE is set up, guys like Joe Ingles, for example, there's a higher tax penalty for the luxury tax where if he were to sign that MLE, it would put them over. Because they already have Middleton, Holiday, and Giannis, they wouldn't be. They have to get rid of one of those three. To make that actually work.
Oh snap!
So you're going to see a lot of teams lose that third, go into duos, and have a really good role player be the third biggest salary on their team. Well, where's James?
I'm just looking. I'm what is happening with James right now? He's giving me flow vibes right now.
Mira, papi, te quiero chicharrón de pollo.
Extra queso.
Online.
Heavy on
it. Yeah. No, I called them.
But yeah, it stinks. I will say this. I do think the Knicks not being able to shoot was the main reason that they lost. But I had this argument with y'all before, the rest impacted the game because I feel like the Knicks started taking those bad jump shots because they weren't getting calls when they drove to the hole. Because
they were looking for soft calls.
They were very aggressive in the first quarter and it wasn't getting anything. So they was I guess we just got to shoot. And then brick after brick after brick. The break,
you have to adjust to the officiating,
and then which they did not do. Which they did.
You can't blame the official. If the officials are going to let you get physical, well, you said they had a hand in the game.
But the Heat didn't get some calls either.
There was some
the Heat missed a bunch of calls too.
I saw Jimmy got whacked multiple times going inside. They didn't call nothing on him.
I literally had to sit here and see the ball go out of bounds and then Heat ball. Multiple times I saw the refs change the call on the floor after Eric Spoelstra yelled at them. Like I don't know what
You're
to tell
definitely
you.
looking way too much into it.
As I told Dylan, I literally saw Kyle Lowry run into Julius Randle, and the foul was on Julius Randle. I don't know
Here's what I didn't want to put in the chat because I don't think the context would have been great. I'm somebody when I played basketball, I got that foul all the time. I would being the smaller guy, I would just run into people by accident and end up on the floor, and I'd get the foul. So like I get that. it wasn't good when I got it, and it was definitely not good when Kyle Lowry gets it. Like it's bad on both sides. There's foul calls that weren't called either side. I'm not gonna say the officials had a hand in the game. They let
that wasn't even the worst call, by the way.
It wasn't because there was an inadvertent whistle that also ended up in a change in possession. Which
what I didn't like was the tech that was on RJ.
No, there was an inadvertent whistle that the Knicks had the ball, and then after
they
talked about it, Miami got the ball, and I was
just like every time Spoelstra started whining, like they changed the call. They changed the call. Like
I have no problem if they're not going to call it. If it's going to be a physical game, then it could be a physical game. Let's play. But it can't. It's the same thing I was saying before. It can't be. Miami gets to be physical, and then the Knicks get called for ticky-tack calls because I'm gonna have I'm gonna get frustrated and have a problem every time because it's not balanced. Just be consistent. That's all I want. If you're gonna call touch fouls all day, then call touch fouls all day. But
he got more fouls called on them.
And what was that free throw disparity?
No, they did shoot more free throws
because that is the telling part of the game. Every time Miami got to the paint and tried to do something, they called a foul on the Knicks. Whenever the Knicks did that, nothing happened. They just continued to get to the line. Like
hands up. That's all I'll say.
The most
I watched Bam sit there the whole time, just go like this. Hands up. You got to adjust the officiating.
The one part of the game where I definitely say was, okay, this was egregious. The refs kind of messed up the tempo of the game. That was that Brunson foul on the three. Like
the one
that
also was a big call to reverse it at that time.
Dude literally pushed into him and then shot the ball. And
then they reviewed it and said, oh, wait, foul on the Knicks. And Vincent is going to get 3 free throws after the Knicks had cut it to 12. Like,
yeah.
Like it's still like that didn't cost the Knicks the game, but that impacted the game. That was a big momentum swing in the game because just like that, they was up 15 again and everything was good. Like I said, nothing cost the Knicks this game more than them bricks that they was throwing up left and right. They literally built this background behind me. But
live look at Miami-Dade County, where the Knicks built a house.
But their refs surely did not help. Like it did not help. And then towards the end of the game, Emmanuel quickly got hurt, which hoping it was. I'm hoping it was something minor. It didn't look minor. He had to get helped off the floor. So we'll see. Our bench is already struggling.
So someone else from the bench can shoot bricks? I mean, what does it matter at this point? Like, seriously. Quickly's been a disappointment.
Me and Dylan were talking before we started, as we were waiting for you, Anthony, that maybe this is an excuse for Tibbs to throw Derrick Rose out there. Because this isn't a series where they're going to run. This ain't the Sacramento Kings that are going to be running up and down the floor where Derrick Rose has no business being out there. If you put him out there literally when Kyle Lowry is out there, Derrick Rose can still run out there with Kyle Lowry and be fine. And just like Brunson, he can run that second unit and calm those dudes down and get them quality shots. So I don't want Quickly hurt because we're going to find out very quickly. We're finding out we can't win if Quickly doesn't play good. But if Tibbs wants to put Derrick Rose out there, I'm not against it, and it might work. It might work. But as James has said multiple times, Tibbs doesn't make adjustments like that. I don't know who's going to come off the bench. If he's just going to play Grimes at the backup point, I don't know.
Nightmare fuel.
Well,
He
no,
plays
it's
Fournier.
That's
He plays
terrible.
Fournier.
Obi Toppin has to play better. Toppin played terrible today.
He played bad today, but he played good in 1 and 2. I'm not mad at Toppin.
I am.
I'm not mad.
No, I'm talking about as far as this game. Yes, I'm mad at Toppin.
Today, no,
Obi Toppin had one play in the first half where they swung him the ball in the corner and he was already out of bounds. I was like, what is this? This is bad.
Yeah, he didn't play. He did not play. Literally, the only thing he did today was he had a closeout block on a 3. Dylan. Oddly enough, Obi got a block on a closeout, but he's just one of those uber athletic guys anyway. But
that just can just do it
without
getting in somebody's landing space.
But other than that, he didn't. No, you're right, Anthony. He didn't play well today. But I wouldn't say he's played bad in this series.
No.
Like that.
No, I wasn't talking about this series. I was talking about today.
Today he didn't play well. I will agree with you. He did not play well today.
But not many people did.
Not many people did.
Josh Hart,
and even Josh Hart, he
was probably our best player.
Josh Hart was your best player.
But he had some turnovers at bad times today.
He still probably was our best player today. You gotta understand how bad we played today.
Yeah, he only had 2 turnovers though.
And I know exactly. I know both of them. And
if you look at like his numbers,
turnovers.
Yeah, those are 2 bad.
They were. He had 15 and 12 on 5 for 12 shootings, 2 for 6 from 3.
He missed some 3s. Yeah, he missed some 3s today.
Yeah, he missed some 3s, but he gave you exactly what he was supposed to give.
But he does what
he's also been like the most consistent player, like besides Brunson, this whole playoff run.
And I don't think Jimmy like destroyed him today either. Like he played.
No, he gave him 28 on 9 from 21.
And Jimmy made some impossible
Jimmy
shots.
made a couple shots today, and I was just like, I can't even be mad at Josh Hart for that. Like, if he gonna make that, then you know what? Hey, we just gotta go home because he making no shots. Then I don't know what to tell you.
And I thought we played some good interior defense too. I thought we did.
Dylan laughed at me, but I said I really think the Knicks played good defense today.
No, we did.
I thought the offense was the reason we lost.
Yeah, it was. Like there were a couple open threes, but outside of that, I think we defended pretty well today. It's just we could not make anything.
Couldn't make anything.
It's a bad look.
Anything.
He said 7.
It's a bad look. If Miami wins on Monday,
oh god, shut up.
Over. Because if there's anybody who doesn't give a fuck about the Garden, I've said this.
He doesn't give a fuck about the road.
Because I said this in the last post game Nick Live we did with everybody, where DJ was trying to say he's not ready for the Garden. Nobody's like they're not ready for the Garden. I was like, if there's anybody who doesn't give a fuck about the Garden, it's Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler does not give a single fuck about the Garden. The fans won't bother him. He's gonna do him regardless. That team just knows how to play, and they're very well led. They have one of the best coaches in basketball on their team. They have it. They have guys who've been there.
Yeah, I mean. This Heat team, without injuries, would have been the first round. This would have been the 4-5 matchup. But
and that's what the Heat still don't have Tyler Hero. The Heat still don't have Victor Oladipo.
Tyler Hero's a bigger deal.
But Victor Oladipo on the defensive side is a big deal because then you don't have to have Jimmy chasing everybody around.
It's not our fault they can't stay healthy. Ain't got nothing to do with
Anthony, what's about to be your fault is if these injuries for the Knicks are like a big deal because that's your sports karma that I was talking about after game 1.
Well, I don't know how Brunson's ankle is doing. He didn't look too great towards the end of the game.
I'm so glad you brought that up, Anthony, because I just want to look at Dylan so he can hear me when I say that I do. Before our special guest joins, Bam Adebayo is not a dirty player, even though he stepped on Jalen Brunson's ankle. Unlike you, who want to blame Giannis for everything,
stepping on the ankle and taking out landing space is not the same.
Basketball. He stepped on his ankle.
Giannis took away landing space.
Real time, he stepped right on his ankle,
took away his landing space,
and crunched it.
Bam's not dirty. Giannis, that play on Kyrie was dirty. Don't care. Guess what? Giannis is a fucking loser who crumbled in the big moment. Don't want to hear it. Giannis got his coach fired. Don't want to hear it.
He did.
Yeah, he definitely did get it.
Giannis was scared to guard Jimmy Butler, even though the last time he guarded Jimmy Butler in the playoff series, he held Jimmy Butler to like 20% shooting from the fucking field, and Jimmy averaged 19 points a game. But let's let Drew Holiday do that.
Dylan, you guys got your coach fired.
I got Steve Nash fired.
So
Me,
I did that.
I did that by myself.
But yes, let's introduce. We got a special guest. You may remember him from last year's post-game lives on the way to the finals. Our Heat correspondent. How you
yes,
doing,
sir.
brother? How you
doing, brother? Y'all hear me? I'm clear.
Yeah, we got you.
Let's I got a lot of crap to talk to you, Mike.
I'm sure.
I'm sorry. I never like somebody to bring up the referees as anything in the game, bro. But you got me tight, bro.
An inadvertent whistle and a change of possession that didn't happen.
Hold on. First of all, hold on. Before we start, what's up? Speak on it. Heard, holla. You feel me? Everybody in the building. Yo, hold on. I distinctly remember a Game 2 air ball that was magically called by a shot that grazed the rim and changed the tempo of the game.
That was a bad call. That didn't change the tempo of the game, but that was
we would have went. Bro, Vincent got rebound. We would have went up by one, and then remember they got the ball,
correct.
Came up the court with confidence and shot that through. I think it was Randall that shot a step back right after that. But that's Game 2. Let's talk about Game 3 right now. Hey, bro, a few takeaways from the game. Gabe Vincent looked frustrated. Gabe Vincent looked hella frustrated. They locked in on him. Max Strus is about to take Tyler Herro's job. You feel me? Holla at your boy. You see how aggressive he played, bro? I'm telling you, man. Kyle Lowry looked like he got his legs under him. He looked in shape. Come on, bro. I know he had like 8 points or whatever he had with like 4 assists, but he's a game changer, bro. And that strip that he had on Randall was a strip, bro. It wasn't a foul.
I didn't say it was a foul. Even though it looked like a foul. That's good defense. Like I said, I don't have a problem if they don't call it. Just be consistent. I don't have a problem with it. If you want to not call that, then we good. All right. Well,
if you an NBA conspiracy theorist like me, you know that when they give one to a player, they gotta repay it back. You feel me? And
refs
if you
do that a lot,
bro. And if you remember, just like matter of fact, quickly got away with a foul on Jimmy Butler on one, and he came up the court and they hit him with an offensive foul. It was something crazy, or vice versa. I forgot what it was, but when they give you a call, bro, and it's the wrong call, they gonna take it back a few plays later, bro. It always happens like that.
Well, let me ask you something before we bring in our other special guest. Do you think that I was right with that? The refs did impact the game. They didn't cost the Knicks the game. They impacted the game because the Knicks changed how they were playing because of how the game was being officiated.
No, I don't think that's what it was.
You don't think the Knicks just started chucking threes because they couldn't get a call?
Bro, they were like 1 for their first 11 from 3 to start the game, bro. Like they started. They knew they had to chuck threes to come back, bro. But when you're a team, bro, that's not like a super great 3-point shooting team, bro. Like, and you got somebody on the other side like Jimmy Butler, who's just like he's not going crazy the whole game this game, but in the spots where they needed it, he was there, bro.
That turnaround jumper he hit on Josh Hart.
That was nasty.
I don't know what else Josh Hart could do. That was the dagger shot in the game because we had a little run, and then I don't know how Jimmy made that shot.
When you got a guy on the other side that every time you start to make a little run, because the Knicks can, at one point they were down probably like almost 25 or something, and they've cut it to like 10, maybe less if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and every time it turns to Jimmy time, bro. Jimmy got to the free throw line the next 3 plays for the Heat. Like that's just when you got somebody on the other side that can consistently like, oh, I'm gonna get a bucket to slow y'all down. Like it's hard, bro. You got to start chucking threes.
We never got lower than 11, I believe.
Yeah, something like that. Mm-hmm. Hey, bro, I predicted this. It's all in. I predicted this, brother. When I saw the
Shut your
Knicks
ass up.
struggle the Knicks struggled against the Heat without Jimmy. You feel me? I said it's all set, bro. Come on, do you see all that crap talking the Knicks fans was doing to Jimmy in the Garden, bro? You lit a fire under somebody, bro. Who's his next guest? Is he a Knicks fan? I'm gonna
Oh,
get his ass out of here.
I think you know him well. He was with us. What was it, last Sunday, Dylan? After the Knicks clinched.
Yes.
I think it was last Sunday.
Who's gonna be?
My man Flo was in the building. Flo, what's going on, brother?
Yo, what's up, man? What's up, fellas? But like, I don't agree with that narrative of us poking the bear. Nobody was we was not talking shit to Jimmy. He was just in the Garden and ate the L.
They was talking to him end of the game, and they was talking crazy to Jimmy, and he had that maniacal smile on his face, bro.
He just had a smile.
If you watch the game, you know, bro, he was just like this. He just like this.
Assumed, like I was listening to the crowd that whole game. Nobody was talking shit to Jimmy.
You was there?
No, but you can tell when somebody's actually,
because all I heard was Doris Burke and the other dude on the broadcast. You feel me? Like I ain't hear no.
They created a narrative. Nobody was talking shit to Jimmy. He just was like, all right, y'all took a dub. I'm coming back for mine.
Hold on, more conspiracy. Hold on. Let me drop a real quick conspiracy in here real quick. So I was in the YouTube rabbit hole for basketball, and there was a video about how Jimmy Butler is Michael Jordan's secret son from back in the day.
And he looked like him too.
Oh, I saw that conspiracy.
Oh, look, see, somebody else was in the rabbit hole too.
Nah, yeah, I seen that too. Nah, but I watched the game today, and we just honestly played terrible. Like, I definitely think the refs played a part of us. Like it wasn't fair the way the game was being called, because like we weren't getting the same fouls you guys were getting. Like there was plenty of times where it was like y'all get 5 calls in a row down the court, and every time we go down, y'all telling me it's clean, and we seeing all the contact on the camera. Like we seeing everything. We seeing niggas getting pushed. Nigga, it was a play where Bam elbowed RJ and he got called for a foul.
And he got called for a foul.
Elbowed the nigga in the face.
I know exactly what play you're talking about.
Yo, nah, I'm gonna say one
thing. RJ got called for the foul. Like so, like I'm just saying, like I 100%. Like, we lost this game 100%. But the refs were not on our side at all.
Impacted the game. Yes, like I'm trying to tell y'all, like the refs impacted the game.
Yo, look,
yeah, like we couldn't get no rhythm because the refs just kept giving them every call and not giving us, and it was being stingy with us.
Hold on. You ever play Rec in 2K? Yeah. When you getting your ass bust in 2K and Rec, you don't get the ref calls, bro. That's just how the world works.
The world.
Nah. In all seriousness, there was a few plays that by the refs that I looked at. I did look at funny. Like there was one play, I don't even know. Like I didn't even see nothing happen on the floor. I just heard a whistle and I seen that the ball was going towards the Heat, and I was like, okay. And then the other one was the Gabe Vincent 3 shots. What was it on Jalen Brunson?
It was on Brunson. That was brutal. That was brutal.
I saw the call and I walked away from the TV, and then I came back like 3 minutes later and they were still reviewing it, and I'm like, wait, somebody challenged this? I'm like, this looked pretty clear to me. It looked like Gabe Vincent put an elbow in the Brunson.
Yeah, he literally just threw the elbow and just shot it out. Like literally.
I thought this move got outlawed by the NBA, but you know, my boy Vincent needed to get something going. That's all.
Like when Spoelstra challenged it, I was like, "Is this guy insane? This ain't no way this guy."
They won that challenge.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Like, that's like, you know,
that was a wild one.
That was a wild.
We didn't shoot well. We were missing open shots. Like, we played bad. I just felt like there was at certain points in the game. I felt like it would have been a 5-point game or a 2-point game if we're getting the same call as Miami were getting.
I wouldn't go.
That's all I asked for. No, yes, because it wouldn't have gave him so much momentum. I'm talking about times when we were down 14,
It wasn't that many
down
times we were
12,
down
we
14.
would. Yes, it was in the second half.
There was a
We
few
kept,
times they cut it.
but and I'm saying like if we would have, and then they start getting call. I'm like, what is going on, bro? I
But
took the
y'all,
game off.
nah,
No,
y'all
I
was playing
agree, but we were getting a few calls too. There were some times where we whacked Jimmy multiple times. They didn't call nothing on him. Like we got some in our favor too. That's what I'm saying. Like the refs.
That's why I'm not blaming the refs. I thought it went both
I'm
ways.
not trying to blame the refs. We played bad. Once again, we played bad.
Because if the refs did
I just
exactly,
think that they had a part in us playing bad as well.
if the refs officiate the same way they did today in Game 4, but we actually like make like half of our shots, we win the game. Like that's just my opinion. We bricked everything.
I also
tonight.
believe that I feel like that we weren't getting a lot of motion of the basketball getting swung left and right. Like we were doing a lot of 1 pass possessions, like 1 to 2 pass possessions, rather than letting it once like we all right. Brunson would beat the first guy, right? But then they'll play him on the hip, and then he'll see 2 more defenders right in front of him, right? So we need to be swinging the ball to the opposite corner, so we could break down the defense and start having them scramble. Once we're in scramble mode, we'll get cleaner shots. Because yes, we had open shots, but we didn't have the best shots tonight. And like when we're out of rhythm early in the game, we start pressing. Like we start like, oh my God, we can't win. We can't make a shot. We can't make a shot. And then we start getting in our own head. Like we gotta go. Like we honestly like the last 2 games, RJ started off early. Like we kind of need that. Like we need somebody in it early attacking, and like so we can let everybody else get in rhythm. Like we need somebody that's gonna go crazy early.
I don't like this narrative that you're spinning that y'all just not doing what y'all supposed to. I want to talk about the fact that the Heat
y'all
got y'all
playing good
niggas.
defense.
Y'all niggas, we got y'all in a frenzy, bro, like a chicken with their head
But
cut
I
off.
just
Y'all don't know
spoke
what to do, bro.
I spoke about your defense, and I spoke about exactly what was going on in that defense.
Yeah.
As soon as Brunson get past the first defender, he's seeing 2 people right there. Like right when he passed the foul line,
No.
he's seeing Bam and whoever's on his hip.
Look, there's a lot, bro. Like you know, it's because you're talking about it like it's a prologue. Yo, y'all getting y'all shots, bro. Y'all getting good shots, bro. Y'all niggas is just stinking the garden up right now, bro. And what they changed the name. It's not FTX no more. What is it? Whatever the arena they.
I don't know what that arena's called anymore.
It's not American Airlines no more, and it ain't FTX.
The crypto arena. That's what.
Nah, that's LA.
Yo,
No, that's LA. Huh?
Yeah.
Is they call it the Forex Forum or some shit?
No, it's like Kaja or Kaja. I don't know what it's called.
Some fucking thing.
Look,
I think that
irrelevant.
Tibbs needs to do a better job of getting RJ involved, because he made the adjustment in the first series, setting up those double high screens to get RJ to go downhill, going left, to get him hot, to attack the basket, to feel good. Didn't really see that this game. We saw a little bit. Well, last in game 2, he just was hot, so he didn't have to do the attack the basket a ton. He was just hot. So, like in a game like today, I would have expected Tibbs to be like, "All right, let's try to get him going differently," because Julius really don't got it today, and we needed the help. So let's see what we can do to get him going, and maybe it'll cause a spark of offense. And that wasn't done.
We gotta get Julius easier shots too, so he could get like a rhythm. He takes a lot of contested shots.
Julius doesn't like to take easy shots.
I mean, I agree. He do make everything harder, but like we need to get so Brunson has been playing great. I just kind of wish it's like at the end of the day, Brunson is 6'1". Like if he was 6'6", he would probably be the best player in the league, but he's not.
That's a stretch, but I respect.
I see what he's trying.
He got the best footwork.
I respect it. I'm not going to say wrong because I really like Jalen Brunson.
No, he got the best footwork in the league, hands down.
I wouldn't say that.
He's limited. He's limited.
I don't like him, but have you seen Kyrie Irving with the ball?
Kyrie got the best handle. I said footwork, bro.
Footwork and handle are hand in hand.
With the ball?
Hand in hand.
Yes. I've seen him cross the out of everybody. I'm not talking about that. That's it. Like All right, he's the second best.
Footwork.
Kyrie
Yeah,
got that
I don't.
yeah.
footwork, too.
Jalen Brunson
Alright.
is like baby James Harden. Like he be throwing that little shoulder, you feel me, to create the space, and then he finished at the basket.
Oh yeah, he had a couple nice
But
finishes where he did
Yo,
he play a lot in the midi though.
yo. I gotta say though, the Knicks, like the biggest hill that y'all gotta overcome, like, is the Heat are disciplined, bro. Like
They
Oh
are
yeah,
very disciplined.
I feel
that's
like
Spo,
that's the
bro. That's
biggest
Spo.
difference. I feel like the rosters are matched up kind of good. Honestly, if you guys have a lot more to work with right now than we do. With Tyler Hero being down, Gabe Vincent is trying to be Tyler Hero, like, and Spo is like giving them that part of the offense. Like you gotta do the pick and roll with Bam and all that. You gotta take the 3-point shots off the dribble and all that. But y'all have more, bro, and y'all just not as disciplined. Yo, Breezy, get out of
I
here with that
think
stank face, bro. It's over,
so.
Yeah,
nigga.
James, fix your face.
I just feel like yes, we have probably more people, right? But like we can't discredit the experience Kevin Love has and Kyle Lowry has. They're both championship players, like, and like I think that's really like one of the biggest differences is like our role players are really good role players, but they're not ready right now. Like they're not ready for this. Like Quentin Grimes, for example, he's one of my favorite Knicks, right? But his shoulder's fucked up and he can't hit a shot right now.
And
So
he
that's
airballed a finger
forcing
roll.
Josh Hart, right? And that's forcing Josh Hart to start right now, which we need Josh Hart on the bench because he plays better off the bench for us overall. But because Grimes is not hitting, he can't start right now. So it's kind of like messing up our like what we want to do.
That and he
And
can't
Deuce is
guard
not good
Jimmy.
enough. Grimes can guard Jimmy, like.
Nobody
I
can
don't
guard
No,
know.
Jimmy,
no.
bro.
I don't know.
Hard
Drew Holiday couldn't
Are
guard
you
Jimmy.
watching the
Grimes can't
league? Are
guard
you
Jimmy.
watching this series, bro?
Yeah, I've been
Nobody
watching,
got
but
an
he's
answer
not
for that
playing
man.
that much.
Yo, you know what else too? Y'all gotta stop letting Bam come off the court with the ball, bro. That's something that's effing y'all up, bro.
Yo,
Bam coming up with the
Nah,
ball, bro.
when he get, I ain't gonna lie, when he get the rebound and start running down the court, he don't even look like he's 6'10", 6'11". He even
He
look
He
like
like
look
he's
like
6'9".
he's
6'6".
6'8".
Like
He look
I
like
know,
6'7", 6'8", for
he
real.
is
he
6'9".
look like 6'7", 6'6". I'll be like, yo, bro, who is that? And then I'll be like, oh, that's Bam. And
He's
Yeah,
he's
no,
getting
he's
6'9".
annoying.
6'9".
Y'all gotta stop
I,
letting him come up the court with the ball, bro.
Yo,
Like
stop
every time,
telling me what we need to do, all right?
hey, bro.
nah,
All I'm, all I'm,
What we
honestly,
need to do.
like
I'm saying, hit me in
we
6. You
we
feel me?
needed
Like,
to we
you
needed
know.
to sign Kevin Love. That's what we needed to do. Fuck, like
I don't know.
No,
Kevin Love would not last in a
he
Tibbs
wouldn't.
rotation.
Yeah, he wouldn't fit with us. He
but he
fits with
wouldn't.
Miami.
Tibbs?
He
But
fits with Miami. Like
he
he just
wouldn't.
fits.
But his role would be different. Like he would play Obi role, and then like he would have just been consistent
Tibbs would
with the
have put
experience.
Kevin Love on the fucking end of the bench next to Fournier.
No,
Kevin
He
Love
would
would have
have
been
been
a
mad 'cause
no.
at
statue
least
like
at least
E.
Obi
Rose.
like gives effort on defense. He'd be sitting there screaming at Kevin Love.
He would.
Kevin Love draw charges, bro.
Kevin Love been playing good defense.
Kevin Love draw
I'm
charges,
not
bro.
saying he's not locked down, but he been playing good defense this series. He been getting his hand in the passing lane, all that.
I mean,
Yeah, but he don't play defense the way Tibbs wants to play defense.
he's been drawing charges.
All right,
That's
does
about the extent of him.
all right? So I got a question. Does Randall play defense how Tibbs want him to play defense?
No.
No,
He does.
Oh.
He does in
but
spurts.
he does give
He
gives
does in
effort
spurts.
in spurts, like Mike says.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It will be in spurts. He will just come up with a big ass.
But
like,
Tibbs won't
block
take
and
that
take
from a
it
guy
down.
making minimum on his roster.
Exactly. Randall gets away with that because Randall
Also makes
be
bread.
the best player on the team, so he's gonna let him get away with being lazy sometimes.
Kevin
But
Love's on a minimum contract.
Kevin
You're
Love-
not giving me the effort. You're fucking on that bench.
On a veteran's minimum, yeah, nah, you are sprinting up and down that court every play.
I'm
or
just
you
what I really
touching,
mean.
or you touching
what I
that
really
bench like
meant-
Derrick Rose is touching that bench.
So what I meant was really like in the sense of like we need like some good veterans that's
I agree.
gonna be able to be out there with us. Like
I
Josh Hart. Like this is Josh Hart's first playoff, so we can't expect the world from him.
But he's been awesome.
Nah, yeah, he's been awesome, but
He's been the most
like
consistent
remember
player on your team.
like game
It's been
one,
Brunson
he
and
hit,
him.
All right, but game one he missed like 2-3 threes that we would have won the game if he hit. Like,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you're not expecting
But
the world
that's
out
not
of
him.
him. What he's
I
giving
know,
you
but
is
that's what I'm saying.
more than
I
what you
know.
expected.
I word fact, and he scored 20 points a game in a season. Like, so it's in him if he wants to.
Josh Hart is a perfect role player for the playoffs. It's just you need to have
Nah,
your other
100%.
guys be there.
Nah, yeah, like we need Mike D'Antoni, bro. We need an offensive
need what?
coordinator.
What? Nah.
Did you say Mike
No.
Listen,
Okay, let's not do this. Let's not do this.
Did you say Mike D'Antoni,
Did you
bro?
hear what I said though? I said as an offensive coordinator, like Tibbs could stay the coach. We
No,
need somebody to run the offense.
no.
He would
As a guy who
fire
had Mike
D'Antoni
D'Antoni
within
as
2
his
days.
offensive assistant coach, it's not great.
You need Randall and them boys to hit them shots. Bro.
So then we need, you know what we need? Tibbs need a what was the Josh McDaniels? Tibbs need a Josh McDaniels, bro.
Someone who's just good as an assistant. Tell him to go get Bud.
Yeah.
Then Bud's on the market. Tell him to go get Bud.
Bud is a defensive assistant. You can't do
Oh,
that.
that Bud is a defense.
Yeah.
You're right. No,
But that's
you're
what I'm
right,
trying to say. Like he needs somebody that could just man the offense and get them like better shots and like you know how Greg Popovich, you want a shot, he gonna get you a shot at any position, any possession. That's what we need, bro.
I mean, yeah, because he's like one of the 5 greatest basketball coaches
No,
ever.
All right, but Tibbs can't draw up a play to save his life.
No, he can't. But there's not a lot. If there's a great offensive like play caller, he's got a job.
You need somebody that's a bucket.
Nick Nurse is like the only guy, and he's not going to be an assistant. He's probably going to be the Bucks head coach.
Who was the coach of the Detroit Pistons?
Dwayne Casey.
Dwayne Casey.
You said when they won the chip?
Yeah, that's Nick Nurse.
That was the Raptors.
Detroit Pistons.
Detroit Pistons, what, 2004?
With Chauncey Billups and
Larry Brown.
Larry Brown.
You want Larry Brown? The last time we saw him in Philly, he
That's a
looked
bad
crazy.
thing that you said. That's a very bad thing you said.
I asked the question.
Put the
I didn't say
tequila
that we
down,
needed him.
bro. Put the
I didn't
tequila
say
down.
that. I did not say that we needed him. We could record. Like this is being recorded, so we could play it back. I never said that. I asked who was that coach.
Larry
If
Brown.
the coach made sense, then maybe I would have said.
Might as well hire a Van Gundy, bro, for all that.
Bro, I've been asking, bro. You know I've been asking for Van Gundy for like 10 years. Don't even
You
play
and
with me.
everybody else, he ain't leaving nowhere. He ain't going.
You're gonna get a
Jeff
John
Van
Gruden
Gundy.
situation.
Nah, bro.
I mean, I would take Mark Jackson. I would take Mark Jackson.
They're like
bro.
prying him off to be an assistant coach.
Oh no, he won't be in the set. No.
Yeah,
Mark
no.
Jackson.
You think he would go to be an assistant coach?
I don't want players that have time.
Your best
bro.
bet would be like getting Igor Kokoshkov, or what the fuck his name was, as the offensive play caller. Like the homeboy who was Luka's offensive assistant in Dallas.
No,
Like,
get
He
David
sucks,
Blatt.
though.
Get David Blatt.
Yeah,
bro,
great idea there.
I just need somebody that could.
Kenny Atkinson.
Kenny Atkinson
Would be a good one, but he's probably going to
But
get a head coaching job.
But he's the assistant coach in
Golden
with the
State.
Clippers.
Oh,
no,
no,
Golden State.
Clippers.
No, you're right.
Yeah, one of those.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I think it's Golden State, but he's about to be getting an actual like head coaching job this year, probably. So Kenny Atkinson would be great because he doesn't take shit.
He's a good coach. It's a shame Kyrie Irving got him fired. It's a shame.
Well, Kenny Atkinson don't know how to coach stars. So if they did it hand in hand.
How do we know that? Did he get a chance to coach one?
Yeah, he did. It didn't work out great. We were one of the worst defensive teams in basketball. Jacques Vaughn took over, and they were much better. So there's that.
Wait, what you talking about?
The Nets.
Yeah, but Jack Vaughn is also a trash coach.
I'm just saying.
Oh, Jacques Vaughn, who's only ever coached the Orlando Magic when they were fucking nothing, and then led a Nets team to a playoff run. That Jacques Vaughn?
Yeah, he did not lead
a playoff run this year.
No. Well, this year, yes, they had a playoff run.
That
yes.
is
what run?
Selective.
What run? What
They
run?
made the playoff because
They ran home. That's what they ran.
lead.
They ran to Cancun.
So Jacques Vaughn was the head coach of the bubble run. Jacques Vaughn was the head coach of the.
Wait, wasn't the bubble run the my foot was too big? You feel me?
No,
that
was the next year.
No,
Okay.
but
And then they
doesn't-
didn't give him the job.
But it doesn't matter though, French, because they still did not. They still have not won a playoff game in about 4 years.
What are you talking
3
about?
years. 3
What are
years.
you talking? It was 2
3
years
years.
ago.
Bro, they almost beat the Bucks.
We took them 7. That was 21.
They
2
almost beat the
years.
Bucks, bro.
Yeah,
2
what are you
years.
talking about?
I'm talking about y'all losing 10 straight playoffs.
Yeah, we were talking about you're like being wrong again. Like
You
you're doing that
lost
thing where
10
you're wrong.
You lost 10
So
straight
sorry.
Well,
playoffs.
10 straight. I'm sorry. You did the
Thank
4
you.
years.
Have
I'm
a
thinking
good
that was
day.
wrong.
I'm saying you thought Spencer Dinwiddie and Mikal Bridges was gonna make noise.
He did.
No, I thought we were gonna win one game.
No,
And
I
we
was talking to
almost did.
Mike. I was talking to Mike because he over there talking crap.
No, Mike has
Dinwiddie.
eliminated the last 4 years of Knicks Nets. The second
Can I
KD and
say
Kyrie
this?
got traded, and they
Yo,
won 2
Mike, what's your
games.
team, bro? What's your team?
Can I say this though?
We're on the Knicks.
Can I
Knicks
say
tape.
this about the
Oh,
Knicks?
your Knicks tape? God
Like,
bless your soul. Like the
Can I
rest
say
of
this
these Knicks
about the
guys.
Knicks? We playing with house money, bro. We wasn't even supposed to make it all.
Oh no, I don't want to hear this.
Oh,
I
that's a
don't want to hear
loser's
none of that.
lament.
That's
That's a
loser
loser's
shit. We're not
lament,
doing
bro.
that.
Get
That's
out of
loser shit.
here.
That's loser shit. Not hearing that. You can't do that whole playing with house money shit. That's loser shit.
But we are.
Uh-uh.
We are. We are.
Not doing that.
We are.
What's the house money?
Not doing that. That's
We weren't
that's
supposed to
loser
make it
shit.
past the first round.
Oh, we're just happy to be here. Get the fuck no.
I still expect my team to come back and win 3 straight.
No, you just hit me with loser shit. I'm not with that.
Listen,
But
I'm
like
not
I
with that.
said,
the
We
celebration.
are
If the
playing
Knicks
with house
win
money.
3 straight,
Oh yeah.
French, you can't
We
tell me nothing. They didn't come back and win 3 straight.
I got hit me.
I'll
in
tell y'all the
bro.
same thing I told Mike when Mike said, "Oh, the Devils beat the Rangers. I don't care if we win." That was
All we
my
need is one.
Stanley Cup. That's loser shit.
all we need is one. All we need is one to get the momentum back.
If we win
So
on
we take
Monday,
game
I'm
4.
fine. Exactly.
because there'll be a best of 3.
Yeah, it'll be a
Two of
best
them will be at MSG.
Right.
But if
But we gotta
Miami
win Monday.
wins, then
But we are one of the best road teams in the NBA. So expect us to bounce back.
Even if we lose game 4, which I hope we don't.
we're using the
Nah.
regular season stats as that.
Nah, I'm
I-
gonna
playoffs.
say this. If we lose game 4, we over in 5. Bro.
Yo, bro.
Like,
I respect y'all's opinion, bro. Mr.
Yo,
Best,
shut your ass
best
up,
in the
alright?
road. That's on the road. That's cool. You feel me? But y'all don't understand what the playoff heat is like, bro. Like you're not understanding, bro. You're not gonna understand till you catch the
French,
you
you
catch the
sitting here
L.
and telling me
Hold
that
up,
the
bro.
Heat have
We
a home
respect
court
Miami.
advantage? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No, I'm not
Miami
talking about
Heat?
no. All I'm
respect
saying, I'm
Miami,
talking about the actual
but-
roster. I'm talking about the roster.
Okay,
Alright,
the team.
but let's
Okay.
talk about.
Yeah.
Alright, we could talk about it, bro. We respect Miami, but
I
Jimmy
respect
tweaked his ankle again today.
That's
He
cool.
did.
He tweaked it a little bit again today.
And he
So,
gonna be
like-
on he gonna be on the floor still, and y'all not gonna attack him because
but
y'all retarded.
Here's the thing you guys
All
need
it-
to
all
realize.
it
Let me
takes is
redirect
one
your
game,
potential
man.
anger here. If you guys be mad at anybody if the Knicks lose, be mad at this guy right here. Because the second Jimmy Butler got hurt, he was out here like praising it and calling it like, yes, Jimmy Butler's hurt. Fuck yeah.
Oh, you
So if you
were
guys
praising that,
lose
bro?
or there's a
You were
serious
praising
injury,
that, bro?
blame this
He
guy.
is.
This
He
guy
Who you talking
right
about, me?
here. No, him.
You know-
You see where I'm pointing?
uh,
Right there. Him. Blame him. Because he shifted the levers of fate, and his sports karma is about to come around and get him real bad because he was happy about Jimmy's injury.
Terrible.
It
I
really
refuse
is
to
like,
comment on that.
So if the Knicks lose or a Nick gets seriously injured, I expect the entire Nick fan base to attack Anthony here because it is his fault and nobody else's fault but his.
Well, it's like Homeboy said we weren't supposed to make it this far.
No, that's loser shit.
Nah,
But if you're gonna sit here and be happy about an injury, you gotta hold that L, man.
Oh, yo, here's another thing too. The way the
Yo, but, like,
scheduling,
this is-
the
but the
NBA is
reason
trying to help
why-
the Heat, bro.
hold on,
The
can I say
scheduling is
something?
phenomenal right now.
It's because they're facing the Knicks. They
Can I-
want the Knicks on all the
okay.
primetime games.
Can I
No,
say
but check
something
it.
about why I say it's okay that it's house money?
No, I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it, bro.
He said, I don't
But
know.
let me tell you. Let me tell you
We're gonna
about
be
this.
honest
Bro,
here, Josh.
'cause
I don't.
At the end of the day,
Let me
Jimmy Butler is the best player in the series.
Yes,
in the
he is.
NBA.
I wouldn't
Ah.
say all
And
that.
usually the best
I wouldn't say
player
all
in
that.
the series
When the
wins.
playoffs is on, Jimmy's the best in the
The
world.
best player in the series usually wins the series.
I mean,
I will say this. I don't know if you've been watching, but that guy in Phoenix named Devin Booker has been on one since the playoffs started.
That guy in Denver has been too.
Okay, that's cute. That's cute. Wait till they see Jimmy. Wait till they see Himmy.
What do you mean? Wait till they see Jimmy?
Wait till they see Himmy, bro. Hey, look, check this out. The way the scheduling is going, we gonna get Tyler Hero back, bro. Feel me? That hand gonna recover.
You just said two
if you make it
statements
to
that
the
basically
finals.
says they're gonna run through us. Like, who says they're
Wait,
beating
Run through
us?
Boston.
Who's
you
us?
guys gotta win.
You
You
a
guys
Nick,
gotta
you
win
a
one
Nick
day.
fan too,
Yeah.
Yes, they're all
Yeah,
Knicks
yeah.
fans.
bro? I said
Everybody but me
Jimmy.
and you.
I said Jimmy in 6, bro. I'm not saying
Hold
that
on.
y'all gonna get smoked. I'm saying Jimmy in 6, bro.
And then y'all beating Boston too.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, they took Boston 7 last year, so like it can
I
happen.
mean, bro. Us and
Tyler.
I was saying this last year when they were running up
It
against
happened.
Boston, bro. The teams are built the same, bro. The teams are built the same.
They were a shot away. They really were a shot away.
Come on, yo, Jimmy Butler could have went for a layup and went for overtime, bro. But we were all banged up. You feel me? So Jimmy wanted to go out like a king, bro. But he ain't get it.
I don't see no fucking
But
Heat
he ain't
Celtics.
get it.
Fuck out of
He
here.
ain't get it. There was another game where they said Max Strus was out of bounds on a 3-point shot that he made that would have put us up, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I listen. And what's your friend name, bro? The wrestling man that
Yo,
likes
bro, that foot.
Blackheart.
Blackheart.
Yeah, no
Black.
worry. We will be hearing from Blackheart soon.
Yeah, nah, it's smoke again, bro.
I'm gonna just put it like this. I know it's not the same teams, but Game 2 in Cleveland, we played very similar to how we played today. Couldn't make a damn shot to save our lives. That was the last game the Cavs won in that series. We beat them 3
So
straight
are you
games
saying
after that.
that the Knicks are going to win
Don't
the
put
rest
him
of
on
the
the spot,
series?
Anthony.
I
Don't answer that question. Don't answer.
Answer that question. Answer.
I said before the series I have the Knicks in 6 games, so yes, we will
You had
win
the
3.
yo, bro. Do y'all watch basketball?
Anthony says he does.
You know how people
watch
said
basketball?
You know how many people said we were gonna lose to the Clash? You know how many people had us
I
losing
didn't
to
think
Cleveland?
that. I didn't think that.
You know
A
how
lot of
much
people did.
didn't make
Cleveland is
the
the ass.
He said Cleveland's ass.
Yeah,
You know how
bro.
much people didn't have us making the playoffs?
No.
That's also true
Me,
too
I
as
did.
well.
I had y'all missing
Yeah. Did you have us like 12th or 11th place, some shit like that?
I thought the Raptors were going to be much better than they were.
Was overpaid.
No,
Yeah, me
I didn't
too.
say that. You're not telling me that. I didn't say that.
Are you talking about?
No,
Are you talking about
I'm not
the analyst
talking about-
preseason?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, you said the Raptors
bro,
were better than us.
wasn't gonna be
By
a
All Star
500
break,
team.
everybody knew what was up with the Knicks, bro. Everybody was like, all right, the Knicks don't.
Yeah, because like we had to keep proving ourselves like the whole year. Like we had to do that shit next year too. Like niggas not gonna ever put respect on our name.
Well, I have y'all. Let's there's 2 games on tonight, so let's try and pivot before we're here for another hour.
Oh no.
To Lakers Warriors game 3, which I believe has started already.
It's on already.
Yeah,
It's on.
it's on.
It's
All
up 9-2.
right. Who you guys got?
I think the Lakers are going to win tonight.
I think the Warriors are going to win tonight.
Warriors.
I think the Lakers will win tonight because D'Angelo Russell's already started off ridiculous.
I got Austin Reeves in 7.
And if you get D'Angelo Russell to go off, then like they're gonna win this game.
11-4 Lakers.
He could also start.
Dude, it's only
D'Angelo
2
Russell
minutes.
has all 11.
He could poop the rest of the game.
3 of 3 from 3. Oh,
D'Angelo Russell has all 11.
Nah,
right now.
if
It's only
this
2.
mode,
If
if he's
D'Angelo
in this
Russell has
mode-
18, this game could at least 18. They could win this game. That's all they need out of him.
Until Curry scores like 10 points in like 2 minutes. Like they're gonna
Like,
go.
there's like LeBron James isn't on this fucking team, Anthony. Like,
He was on the team. He was on the team in game 2.
yo,
oh
this
yeah,
series
that
is-
tied the series.
They got the doors blown off them.
that's right, French. You are a Heat Laker fan, but you hate LeBron, right? That's what we're doing here.
Yeah, I'm a Laker fan, but I don't like LeBron. Not that I don't like him, I just don't like him on the Lakers. So I just I abandon ship. I'll be back when he leaves. I've said it before. I'll say it again.
I see. Okay.
I didn't want to struggle with him.
So do we think because there was an interesting conversation that happened in our group chat today while the Knicks game was going on about who's been more inconsistent, Anthony Davis or Julius Randle in these playoffs.
I mean, it's not fair to say Randall because he's been injured.
Well,
But
that's
I
what I'm
guess
gonna say.
AD,
It's been Randall. It's been
It's
Randall.
been Randall.
it's not fair because
His
like
inconsistency started at the end of the season too.
Yeah.
Like it dragged on from the regular season at the end.
At least
into
with
the
Anthony
playoffs.
Davis, there's a 7-game stretch where he'll give you 30 plus, then like 12 or between 12 and 15, and then give you 30 plus, then 12 to 15, and then 30 plus. It's inconsistently consistent. So it's like you know what to expect out of him. With Julius Randle, you kind of really don't know what to get out of him because he got
But
injured.
you're talking about
So his
the
play hasn't
regular
been there.
season?
Yeah,
No,
you
I'm
know,
talking about right now. I'm talking about right now.
Yeah, Anthony Davis stubbed a big toe. He out of there. You feel me?
Where Julius Randle was like 22 points, 13 points, 11 points, 7 points, 25 points, 12 points. He's had 2 good games in the playoffs.
He's had 2 games.
He's had 2.
He's 2 out of the 6 games that he's played. He has 2 games over 20 points and 3 games under 15.
But I'll say this in Randall's defense, Anthony Davis is supposed to destroy niggas no matter what. Like he's supposed to destroy people. Like Randall. All right, Randall's like elevated his. He's elevated his game, you know, to a point where they consider him a star, bro. But he's not Anthony Davis. Bro.
Anthony Davis is supposed to be the best player on this team.
Yeah, bro. Like Anthony Davis is supposed to be talked with like Embiid and Jokic and them.
He's
like
supposed to be giving you
type.
30 a night, not 30 every other game.
He's like Randall, you know, if Randall give you 25, you can be happy. You know, if AD give you 25, you're just like, all right, you should have had 35. Like
if AD gives you anything less than 20, it's like you're probably not going to win the game.
What are you doing? Yeah.
But that's just because Roz likes to cry poverty all the time when it comes to his teams. So it's like he's like, oh, Anthony, I'd rather have Julius Randle than Anthony Davis. But you're crazy. You're crazy. Because Julius Randle's been more consistent. I'm like, no, he hasn't. I was like, yeah, he scores 30 every other game. At least you know he's going to score 30 every other game. Like the stats show he's going to score 30 every other game. Julius Randle is like, I don't know what's going to happen today.
At the end of the day, as inconsistent on offense as Anthony Davis is, he is pretty consistent on defense. Like he does give,
he's a block machine.
He does harass people in the paint. Like he does a lot of things. Whereas Randall, you know, he'll have a bad night offensively, and those other things, those other intangibles in the game, they don't show up much.
Won't be there either. It's just complete bad games. Like. At least Davis, you know you're gonna get some blocks, you're gonna get rebounds, you know, he'll do other things, even if he's not dropping 30, you know.
But Randy does that too.
Hey, Knicks and 5 is impossible, by the way.
That's literally not possible anymore.
I don't know how you do math, but you know.
Who said Knicks and 5?
Whoever JB is, it's in the chat.
Knicks and 5. You would have to go back in time.
He probably
talking about next year.
Mocking Knicks fans. He probably mocking us. I never said Knicks at 5.
All I'm gonna say is I ain't hear a bing bong all series.
I said Knicks at 7.
Oh, AD's already got 4. If AD gets 30, I'm calling the chat to scream, just so I can tell.
He is gonna get
out of here.
He's gonna get 30. Last game,
I know it's the game where he's supposed to get 30. We're on that game.
Yeah, that's what I said. He's literally supposed to get 30 today.
But Roz likes to use facts and stats, except for when it's against him. So when AD drops 30, I'm calling the chat.
AD scores again.
Hey, Dylan.
Yo.
I was upset that Breezy never sent that the other day. You know, I was never running from the smoke.
Oh, so it's you. It's Breezy. It's not. It hasn't been you not being on the show.
Oh, it's Breezy for sure.
I mean, like he sent the link to the chat. He said, "Yo, Frenchie," and I hopped on.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. I didn't know we were gonna have a Nick correspondent too.
Like,
listen, it's all good. We didn't even really.
Like, you know?
What did we even talk about on this Tuesday's pod?
Nah, but you said I was going to duck the smoke. I just remember. You feel me?
Yeah, because you've been ducking smoke for over a year.
Nah.
Nah, I hold on. I'm gonna throw my nigga Flo some bait. We were supposed to do a Yankees chalk talk.
We still need to. Oh yeah, by the way, Yankees win.
I did see that. Yankees win.
Yankees
Oh,
win.
they won a
Yes.
game?
Yes, they.
Oh,
Shut
snap.
up, Anthony. Shut
Anthony, you're a Reds fan.
Congratulations.
You're a Cincinnati Reds fan. Like, relax, sir. Relax.
Oh, we're winning. We're winning right now. Thank you guys for bringing them up. We're winning right now.
But where
You
have
a
you
Reds
been?
fan? But like, I got a
He-
question. Ain't you from like Connecticut?
Don't start. Don't dig
Flo,
into this rabbit hole.
don't go down
do
this
it.
rabbit hole.
No,
Don't do
no,
this
please.
with him.
Hold on, Josh. Do you know what his fans are? What he is?
He's a
guys,
Raiders
guys.
fan too, right? He's a Raiders fan.
I'll let you. I'll explain.
The Yankees are in last place in the AL East. The Reds, we are not in last place. We're actually in fourth place.
What's your record, Anthony?
But you guys are in last place.
What's your record? You're in a shitty division.
We're
in last place with
okay.
a winning record.
We're in a
What's
shitty
happening
division.
here?
What's your
We're in a
run
shitty
differential?
division.
Hold on. What's your run differential?
What was that?
What's your run differential?
I have no clue right now.
He doesn't even know what run differential is.
It's not.
Your run differential will tell you if you're trash or not, bro.
I didn't say
What's up, bro?
I didn't say we're that good.
You could be a first place team, but if I see a minus on that run differential, I know you're not that good, bro. It's just that's what the Mets was last year, bro. The Mets were like, I had a really good record, bro, and when you ended the season, bro, they were like minus 37. I'm like, oh, y'all not that good. Like, there's no way y'all gonna make a run.
And promptly got packed up in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Promptly.
Minus 25.
Hey, fellas.
The Reds are minus 25.
Minus 25.
Minus 25.
Yeah.
The Reds would be 22 out of 30.
Like a certain basketball player said, baby steps. I want to get to 60 wins first, and then I'll take it from there. All right? It's a progression.
Yo, we're in last place, and we're plus 4,
about
bro.
Baseball. You talking about 60 wins?
I want to get to 60 wins.
I want to get to 60, Flo. You heard him. I want to get to 60.
I want to get to 60 wins first, and then take it from there.
Wait.
This is baseball.
Hold on,
You want a 100-loss season.
This man is over here talking to us, and he ain't even got a 500 record, bro.
The Yankees are 18 and 16, and the Reds are fucking 13 and 9.
Come on, bro, 13 and 19.
But we're not last in our division.
You have the worst team in baseball.
The worst
in
team
your
in
division.
baseball is in your division.
The worst team in baseball is looking down his nose.
All of a sudden, it's almost like it's our fault we play in this division.
It
Who
is.
would have a better draft pick? You. Get the fuck out of here.
Yo, fellas, I got some tequila waiting on me. Thanks for having me, y'all. I'm about to slide. Yo, I'm gonna be back when Hemi get that Hemi in 5. You feel me? Yo, Flowcito, next year, buddy. All right.
You know I love the Knicks, but you know I love Jimmy too. Like,
now hold on. Yo, this is one conversation I always remember that we used to have in the chat, bro. It was who's a better two-way, Jimmy Butler or Kawhi, bro. I told everybody, bro, back then, Jimmy is that man, bro.
This is true. The Reds would be last.
Yo, best ability.
The Reds would be last in the AL East, bro.
The Reds, I think, would be last in all the divisions except for 2, or except yeah.
I wish, you know what? They need to make baseball like soccer so we could relegate the Reds. You feel me?
I mean, if there's a team that could be relegated, it is them.
We can relegate them to the minor leagues, bro.
They've been horrible for 20 years. It makes sense.
I bet any money the Scranton Yankees could beat your Reds in 7, bro. That's all.
Yard goes up in Major League before the fucking Reds.
Yo, it's been cool, y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Flo, later, fellas. Y'all be easy.
Right. Easy.
So yeah,
the Reds suck.
So Anthony, I was gonna let you know about my fandom. I have a weird fandom, bro. So you know, like,
tell me about your weird fandom, man.
It's not really weird because like if you just know me, like I'm from New York, so everything New York, like. But I got like 1s and 2s, so like it's Yankees, then Mets, and then like Giants, then Jets. Like like I want to see everybody win in New York.
So you just like overall New York, where it's like you got like specific.
But like I'm a Knicks fan. I'm not a Nets fan though.
No, I know what you
We
mean.
know
Like,
this.
you got your like specific New York teams, but if the other New York teams won, you'd still like be happy. You'd still be cool with it. Like, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like I want
Okay.
to stay. I want, you know what I'm saying. I want the parade in Manhattan. Like that's what I want. Like
He just wants to be
I
there
want
to
the good
celebrate.
time.
He just
You know
wants to
what
be there to
I'm saying?
celebrate.
Like,
He's like, I'm invited to the party. It don't matter.
Like,
You want us
feel
to
me?
explain?
Like the best time is Subway Series World Series. That was amazing, bro.
You got a
And I
half
was
Yankee,
a
half Met
kid.
jersey?
Nah, bro. I'm not that corny though. Like you feel me? I'm not that half Yankee, half Met stuff. Like nah, like I'm.
Wait,
I
did you
would
say your
never.
Giant? Did you say your Giants or Jets? Which one is your one
Giants,
team?
Number
then Jets.
one.
Giants, then
Giants,
Jets. Oh, okay.
But like it's well documented in the past of me rooting for the Jets because of Revis and Cromartie. Like I used to love them. Like that was my favorite defense in a long time. Like nigga, Revis was just locking anybody and everybody up. Like this nigga, he was my favorite player in the NFL for like 7 years.
Do you want us to explain Anthony's fandom now and how it makes zero sense?
See, but mine makes sense, even though it's a little weird.
Yours makes sense. Yours makes sense.
Giants
It's silly,
fans that
but it
hate
makes
the Jets,
sense.
and a lot of Yankee fans that hate the Mets, vice versa. But like, I'd be like, you know, I want if they playing each other, I want them to win.
I mean, I don't really blame you for turning Giants. I mean, all that losing will get to anyone's head after a while.
I knew
so
that.
I don't really.
Anthony,
I
why are
don't
you
really-
acting like there wasn't a decade straight where they were all
But
they
it
were both
wasn't.
bad?
It's not. It wasn't turning because I was rooting for Eli and my Giants teams. Like,
No,
I
you were
was rooting for the Jets
you were
too.
experiencing winning. You liked the feeling of winning. Like,
But
when the Giants went to the Super Bowl, they were winning. Like they're going to the playoffs. They actually
You
had
are
production.
a fucking
it's like-
Raiders fan.
no, that's not the reason why I became a fan. Or that's not the reason why that was winning. Like no,
Like they won that
That's
Super
not-
Bowl, Anthony, and then the Giants and the Jets proceeded
I'm
to
a
be
Knicks
awful
fan,
for a
so the
decade.
whole, like,
the Giants won 2
I've
Super
been
Bowls.
living in
Dylan.
this suffer.
No, after
I
2012,
live in this suffer.
how many did they win?
Huh?
After
What
2012, how
was
many
the
Super
Jets'
Bowls?
last Super Bowl victory? When's the last time they
69.
went to the Super Bowl?
When's the last time you
69.
guys won a meaningful football game?
When's the last time you guys went to the playoffs?
When's the last time you guys have won a meaningful
When's the
football
last time
game?
you guys
I think
went to the
2002,
playoffs?
Dylan.
When's the last time the Raiders
his
have
football
won
team?
a playoff game?
He's a
We were
Raider.
in the playoffs a few years ago.
When's the last time the Raiders have won a playoff game?
Oh, Raiders.
Because in
We
the last 20 years, the Jets have more playoff wins than the Raiders. In the last 2 years, the Jets and the Raiders have the same amount of playoff wins.
The Jets
In last
currently have
5
the
years,
longest
the Jets and the
active
Raiders
playoff
have
drought
the
amongst
same amount of playoff
any
wins.
sport. In any
Making the
sport, the Jets
playoffs
have the
means
longest
nothing
active
if
playoff
you
drought.
don't win.
Oh God,
Means
Dylan,
nothing
this
if
is why
you
you
don't
Dylan.
win.
This is why you
say
talk about the
this.
draft 3 weeks ago.
I'm gonna just say this,
Because the
right?
Jets routinely go nowhere.
Every decision the Raiders make is the wrong decision. That's why.
Every single one. Your team is a literal poverty franchise. Like,
And yet-
actually, your Raider,
And yet we've had more
your Raider
recent
owner
success than
calls poverty. He is not allowed to get another loan because he has a loan out on the stadium and is what everybody's calling, and I quote, cash poor. That's why you can't afford to fire your head coach because you're already paying for the other head coach that you fired. You can't get rid of the bad contracts on your team. You can't do any of that because you guys are cash poor. But Steve Aoki comes to your stadium.
And Dylan, watch us still
Why
do
the
more
coach-
wins than you guys.
Anthony, what's the bet? You guys won't win more than 6 games this year because Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't play football.
Wait, so we're not going to win more than 6 games this year? What's
You
the
will not
bet?
win more than 6 games.
That's the bet?
With
Woo.
Devontae Adams.
Let's go.
Devontae Adams can't do shit if your quarterback is just doesn't play football.
Wait a minute. Do we have a bet?
What's the bet?
So what? So
Or is
so
he gonna
count-
fucking run like he always does?
I ain't running.
No.
You said some music to my ears.
No
right
money.
now. You're like the Raiders aren't
No.
going to win more than 6 games.
Josh,
make
this is what
a
you need to
money
understand
bet.
about Anthony.
Make
All
a bet.
Anthony does is run.
Make a bet.
Well, Josh,
make a bet about something
I
like this.
constantly make bets with him. He turns them all down.
No.
He's an excessive whiner.
Let me tell
he whines.
you
No,
this
I don't
last
wanna do it.
bet that
I don't want to
Anthony
do it.
made.
I don't want to do it.
I'm muting him. Josh, let me explain to you this last bet that Anthony made. Tried to make with me. He said the Jets would not win 8 games, but if the Jets, but here we go. So if the Jets don't win 8 games, he wins $12. But if the Jets win more than 8 games, I get $12. For every game that the Jets don't win under or any game that they don't win to get to 8, less than 7, he gets an extra like $3.50 per game that's not like 8 wins. But if the Jets win more than 8 games, starting after the 9th win, so 10 wins, I get $1.50 for every game the Jets win after 10 wins going forward.
Tell me that makes no sense.
What the fuck does that even mean?
That doesn't make any sense.
That is the single worst
bet
I've ever heard in my life.
So he's trying to say the Jets win 1 game. He'll get like $3.
You get $3.50 per like 7 games, because if the Jets only won 1, it'll be the 7 games. He'll get $3.50.
It's a bet, and you're gonna get. It's a bet that involves money.
But I got a question for you, Anthony. Right? Why are you trying to take bets that you have like outrageous odds on?
Nobody ever said bets have to be fair. I don't know. Maybe someone can show me the book or where it says bets have to be fair, but ain't nobody said bets have to be fair.
No, it's not. So it's not even a matter of it being fair. It's a matter of why do you get more money than me?
Let's Google it.
If I win my bet, like, why isn't it like even? This isn't Vegas. Like, if we were to bet on the odds of what the Jets win over underestimate is, it would be even odds.
Here's the thing, Dylan. You had the ability to counter, but you countered with even worse. But the offer was even worse than what I said.
No, it was an even bet. It was me asking for the same amount.
And then
here's the thing: if the Jets won, the Jets aren't going to win fucking 5 games. That's crazy to think that. They won 7 last year with dog shit. Josh, shut up. If the Jets won 7 games with trash Wilson, if the Jets won trash Wilson, they'll win at least 10 with fucking Rodgers.
It's harder to win, right?
If the Jets,
because it's harder to win, he should have been getting $3.50 per win over the 8 mark. And you should have been getting $175 for the under.
Why am I getting $175? That's the problem here.
No. You were supposed to get the $3.50 part, and Anthony was supposed to get the $175 part if he won, because it's easier to win.
And I tried to make it even. We both get $3.50.
It ain't hard to lose.
I tried to make it so we both get $3.50, and he shot it down immediately. It's almost like I've been saying this too.
Rodgers is on throttle.
You were fair, but like even the fair bet ain't fair because it's easier to fucking lose. You just gotta show up.
He won't take it. He doesn't want. He wants it to be so heavily in his favor if they were to win that he would get more money than me. The fact that if I won the maximum,
you heard these lies.
If I won, the thing is, if the Jets went 17-0, right, is that not going to happen? If the Jets went 17-0, or if they won 0 games, Anthony would make more money than me.
Literally,
he would make more money than me for no reason.
And winning is so much harder, so it should be like.
So like what is that? Like he also has such a larger table. Like what is this? What is this bullshit? He gets like what even is that? What a dickhead! Like this is crazy.
Nah, I would have to say that
makes no sense. Listen. Like, God forbid it's even close to being even. I'm already conceding 3 fucking games to potentially win money on.
Dude, this man is constantly asking for bets in the chat because he wants to win some money. And I'm like, all right, cool. People want to, wager, place bets. We want to make a little bit of money. It adds more fun to the whole sports shenanigans.
Anthony tried
but the problem is 85-90% of the bets I put in there, he just turns them down
because they're dumb.
And he leaves me in a place in a state. He leaves me in a place of helplessness sometimes. I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
Have a great day. Enjoy.
I'm just saying. So what am I supposed to do? That's all I ask.
Make a better bet. Make a bet that's enticing for somebody to take.
Oh my god!
What's enticing about that for me to take? Nothing. I lose money on that bet.
That's
money's on the table because you're getting more than me for no reason.
I wouldn't get nothing if I lost the bet. That's the whole thing.
You giving him a high bet. That's crazy.
and then he wanted to be on a payment plan for that bet. To not pay the fucking potential $9 all at once.
I don't know, man. Money's tight.
To put me on a payment plan for like $1.50 for fucking 6 months. Like, what is that? What is that bullshit? And I even said I would honor your payment plan, whatever, just make the money like fair. And then I added on, I said, but if Aaron Rodgers wins MVP, you got to give us a wheel spin.
Yeah, that's the part I didn't agree to. No.
The unlikeliness of a player winning MVP?
No, God, here we go. No, if you took that,
haven't had an MVP vote in 50 years.
Exactly. Like
I'm already on the hook. I'm on the hook for 2 wheel spins. I don't need to even entertain a third one right now.
Because you're a silly person.
I'm good.
Nothing about you is serious. You're a silly man.
So what is it about this Jets and 6 wins again? Can you please present what would this bet look like, Dylan?
What?
This Jets 6 the Jets and 6 wins that you've been talking about.
The Jets and 6 wins?
I can set up the bet if you guys
I never
want
said
me
the
to.
Jets and 6 wins. I said
you said the Ravens
wins 6.
Oh yeah. Please tell me what the
same thing.
I can set
What
up
would this
the
bet look
bet
like?
if you like.
Yeah.
Will spin. Will spin.
Wheel spin.
6 games.
6 games.
So
I'm not
That'll
doing
be 5.5.
I'm
That'll
not
be
risking
5.5.
I got 2 wheel spins. I ain't risking no third one right now. Not happening.
Pussy.
what's a wheel spin? Put me on.
We have a wheel spin filled with punishments.
We have a wheel of destruction. I don't know if you can see the screen flow, but we can bring that wheel up.
I will bring it up.
It is a fun wheel. That
That's the perfect thing for a bet. All right. So like, has anybody ever watched How I Met Your Mother?
I mean,
No.
no.
All right, it's an amazing show. I highly recommend. One of the characters, he makes a slap bet, right? So if you lose, he will get a certain amount of slaps. Like, and he can smack you as hard as he want. You got to eat it. You got to take it. You can't be like, you know what I'm saying? Like.
So for those who are seeing the screen, this is our wheel. This wheel has many a punishment on it, including the hot chips, the hot gummy bear, the gallon challenge, a double spin, 2 minutes of doing a stand-up routine where you have to humiliate yourself, the fast food challenge where you have to spend 24 hours in a place, but you lose an hour for every item that you eat, being in a TikTok dance video, etc. So Anthony has to do the ice bucket challenge and eat the hot gummy bear from his bets that he has previously lost
to me,
to Anthony, and losing to me in March Madness.
So this is perfect. You guys have the perfect.
We have a perfect system, and Anthony is a fucking bag of pussy.
I got Anthony.
It's easy to say that when you're not already on the hook for 2 wheel spins. All right,
be better. Stop making shitty bets.
It seems like you haven't done what the bet's entitled you to do.
No, he has not cashed in.
He has not.
Yet.
He's still going to do them.
Oh wow! And you
he made a bet with Mike that the Lakers weren't going to make the playoffs. So that's one.
And here we are.
And then the second one was he came in last place in our March Madness bracket.
They did. Yeah, make the playoffs. They made the play in.
And then they made the playoffs.
And then they won and made the playoffs.
Nah.
They're the 8. They were
Josh. No, wait, guys. Dylan.
They're currently in the playoffs.
Dylan and Mike, stop talking. Josh,
you already
Josh,
lost.
continue. Josh, continue.
Bro, you already lost, so I can't put this judgment in. But you should have been more clear in the stipulation. You should have said, make the playoffs, not the play in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you're absolutely right.
I would have forfeited that if I was in your shoes. But
you're absolutely right. I should have done the same thing. That makes a lot of sense.
You already lost. You lost.
Yeah, I know. That makes a lot of sense.
Here's my
you made the playoffs. You made the play in. Nigga.
But that's true. That's true. That is true. Josh is making. No, but Josh is making a great point, guys. They won. They made it to the
playoffs. The way the Heat are the 8th seed in the playoffs. Like they won the play in to get into the playoffs.
But they did not make it to the playoffs.
Forget all of that. Are the Lakers not playing right now in the playoffs?
Like
today, right now?
Like they're literally in the playoffs, right? They're in the second round of the playoffs. Not only did they make the playoffs, they won the first round of the playoffs.
And they're currently losing right now, too. After that hot
Ain't
start.
nothing playoff.
Like, there's
They
no
make the
safe,
playoffs
Anthony. You're
though,
not
bro.
safe here. Like, whether they
Like,
made
but
it through the
you
plane or
wasn't-
not,
you
they're
didn't
in
You're
have
the
no
playoffs.
absolutely
choice,
right there,
bro.
but I'll tell you what I am
It's
safe
already too
from.
late.
I'm safe from a third
It's
wheel
already-
spin. That's what I'm safe from right now. I'm safe from a
No,
third
you
fucking
gotta
wheel
be
spin.
smart.
If Anthony were to accept
You
this
can't
bet,
be making bad bets.
let's say Anthony just lost a bet right now. Let's see what he would get.
Mm-hmm.
He would have to do another hot gummy bear.
Yo, bro. So when? Hold on. I got a question, right? So when you gonna handle your what you owe?
Great question, Flo. Great question.
Because you can't be out here owing from bets and then making more bets.
Great question.
Well, he's also not trying to bet another wheel spin until he pays back these 2 other wheel spins. So he's
Yeah. Well, yeah, both of them.
I mean, like, can't y'all just ship him the hot gummy bear?
Well, yes, that's the plan. We have to buy the hot gummy bear and get it. But the problem is Anthony's a fucking snake. So he's going to say he lost the gummy bear.
Wait, why would I say that? Why?
Because you
why
don't
on
want to
earth
eat the gummy bear.
I'll eat the gummy. I'll eat the gummy bear.
Absolutely
He'll eat
not.
a different gummy
or
bear and
exactly.
say,
Me or Dylan is
it's-
buying that gummy bear because absolutely not. Absolutely.
But you gotta
not.
see him eat it too because
That's me. I think one of us
have to be there to police it.
Someone has
We have
to
to
be
make sure he
police it.
does it because what he's going to do is going to do one of these like, and he goes, "This isn't even that bad, guys. This isn't even that bad. It's not even that spicy." Meanwhile, Mike was dying on the pod with his O.J. Simpson glove, eating that hot chip. You're gonna fucking throw away the integrity of the wheel.
Ate the whole chip like a man. Ate the whole chip.
He gonna eat it like it's regular.
You get the hot gummers from Amazon. Amazon got them.
Yo, so can we only talk about basketball?
Well, I mean, we're about to wrap.
I want to ask Dylan about One Piece.
Oh yes!
Yes! No, Mike, we can wrap.
Yes!
Mike, we can wrap. We can wrap.
Nah.
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
All right, they're muted.
That's crazy.
What's up?
That's crazy, bro. So
They're
like,
muted.
bro, like I seen something right now, right? Because I watched the manga and I watched I'm watching the anime right now.
Yep.
Yo, and you really think it's gonna take another 2 months to wrap up Wano? They said that
in
year
the
5
anime?
Luffy
No.
gonna come in. They said that in the anime it's gonna take 2.5 months for Gear 5 Luffy to finally appear and for him to finally beat Kaido ass. Like, but it's like I feel like the anime taking mad long. Like just
Because
to
the
get
anime
there,
is
like,
catching up fast.
So they slowing it down.
They're slowing it down. Usually, what is it? I think it's like an episode is like 2 to 3 chapters an episode. They've been doing that thing they did back in Dressrosa where they were like stretching out one like chapter per episode to make it like over 100 episodes to get through it so it can like build
like
more time.
400 like 300 episodes. That's 3.5.
They got to Wano like 5 years ago. 5 years ago, real time, they got to Wano. So I don't know. I think it's going to be like 3 to 4 months before they like do it because they still have the post Kaido fight. That's going to take a while for them to get through before they even leave Wano.
I know everything's about to happen. I know the Marines gonna come, but then they're gonna get scared away by Shanks. I know that. At first I was scared about CP0. I was like,
and then Luffy whacks them real quick.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. Like when I read the manga, I was like, wow.
But French is I'm on like episode 100. Spoiler.
Oh yeah, nah. French is like 150 and like you know.
Yo,
I don't even think
French, keep it going. Like I had Janice watched all.
Alabasta.
Janice got to Wano to rewatch it because she's like saw me watching it and like fucking with it.
Nah, so but Wano is kind of like weird though. But like in the manga right now, I think Wano the best art wise. Like I feel like they all look ill. I love Luffy outfit pose. Like my nigga look ill right there.
For me, it was Sabaody. I love Sabaody. So quick, and it got so much shit done in world building wise. But Wano as like an arc, it's Dressrosa, and then it's like Wano's one, then Dressrosa to me. Because I fuck with Dofi. I think
I
Dofi's
fuck
the
with
best villain in
Dofi
the show.
too. I don't know. I mean, I think Dofi is top, one of the top villains in the show.
He's the one who like put it all together. He's the only one who successfully really put everything together. Had the world government under his fucking hand. Had Kaido working with him. He had everything going. He was set.
But Kaido he was working for Kaido.
He was working for Kaido, but he had it like he was like, oh, I got one of the emperors on my side.
Nah, yeah, but Luffy fucked all that up.
Luffy fucked it all up.
I can't wait to see. Like you can't. I fuck with Dofi, but Blackbeard is the best criminal. Like that
Blackbeard's a little bitch.
but he's the most annoying like prick ever.
We
like,
just don't know enough about Blackbeard. Yeah, the way we know about Dofi.
He's obviously about to have a third devil fruit. I think the whole him having 3 souls in him makes sense because they said he never sleeps. So another soul go to sleep while you up or whatever. And
you think they're gonna kill Garp?
So I think Garp won already.
I think they're gonna try to kill Garp, and that's what's gonna set off like the main chain of getting Dragon to show up.
So do you think Shanks is gonna team up with Luffy?
Eventually, but then they're gonna end up beefing.
But it's like I don't see them really fighting though.
I think they're gonna end up fighting because they have to for the One Piece. If Shanks is trying to go for the One Piece, Luffy obviously is gonna have to do something about that.
But he's Joy Boy, so it's his regardless.
It is, but Shanks has finally decided to go after it. On top of you have Cross Guild, who's gonna make that their thing too.
Hold on.
This is wonderful.
Is it? Because I'm
having a fucking blast.
I can't believe we've gone into this.
God, One Piece is great. You guys are just fucking losers. You guys need some culture in your life. Look at that. Anthony Davis got 8 points. If he continues 8 points a quarter, that's 32. And then that's me being right.
Yo, Golden State in 6. Golden State in 6.
Okay, Golden State in 6.
We're not in French. We're not doing this. Don't do this.
French is here.
No, he's in the chat. He said bleach over One Piece any day, and I'm like, don't even do this. Wait till you get to peak parts of One Piece. Like you're literally what you just got to Arlong Park. You're probably about to go into Alabasta episode like 150.
One Piece, like it get peak. Way better once hockey gets introduced.
Once
he got like
Alabasta.
episodes.
Alabasta is unbelievable. And then you get Water 7.
Unbelievable, but it's still a little. Yeah, but like
Water 7 and Eddie's Lobby.
Once hockey gets introduced, and he after the time skip, I feel like it got.
I really don't even think much in time skip beats
peak
peak pre-time skip. Like Water 7 and Eddie's Lobby, I don't think really anything post time skip. I think besides Wano really measures up to it.
It's because I like the power.
Yeah. I just the world and
I like him and Katakuri fight.
Katakuri, that's a great fight. That's still besides the Kaido fight that's gonna pop up. That's the best fight in the series.
Him and Kaido fight. I know Big Mom about to get her ass whooped, but I also know Kid about to get his ass whooped by fucking Shanks. Kid been trying to get Shanks this whole time, and I knew Shanks was gonna buy this nigga. And then it was like he get bodied with one hit. It's
real quick. I hope he's actually dead.
This nigga got $3 billion. Nah, he not dead, bro. He gonna help.
He got a
Who
fake
you think
$3 billion.
The 10th member gonna be? I was mad when I found out Yamato didn't join. I ain't even gonna lie.
Well, I don't think they're actually gonna get a 10th member. If it's gonna be anybody, it's gonna be Vivi.
But Princess Vivi, she ain't even got powers.
She don't need to. She's a fucking princess. She's got power in the world government.
I don't want her to be the 10th member because, like, I was not hyped when Jinbei.
I don't think there's going to be a 10th member. I think there's just going to be these guys and then people who help them.
Nah, but he said, like, I'm going to get 10 people.
Yeah,
in the beginning. And
I don't think we even know it.
Oda won't. I don't. Oda won't foreshadow it
Unless it's gonna be Yamato when she's
And-
done figuring shit out on Wano.
Yeah, he probably wasn't introduced yet.
It's either Yamato or nobody yet.
Yo, what movie should I watch? Because I don't know what movies to watch.
All right, now we're getting into the weeds. We need to wrap up.
We need to wrap up. Before we wrap up on this great sports day, do we have any predictions on the fights tonight? I'm gonna assume because we're all not done. We're all picking Canelo. We're all picking Canelo, right?
Yeah, Canelo said he'd retire if he lost.
I don't watch boxing.
Oh, Flo, you're missing out.
Oh, Flo, what are you doing?
I can't throw a box. I can't swing right, so I'm good.
And then Aljamain Sterling versus Henry Cejudo.
Pack Henry Cejudo the fuck up. I hate him.
Knockout or submission or decision?
Decision.
I think
Knockout.
fourth.
I don't think Cejudo will allow himself to get hit cleanly like that to eat the knockout.
I think third round submission.
I think he's too talented on the ground. I think it'll go the distance, but I think he's too talented on the ground.
Third round TKO. Grounded.
That's a better prediction because if DJ couldn't fucking finish him, then
third round TKO.
And DJ's like the GOAT of that weight class.
Shout out to him for winning his fight yesterday too.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't he supposed to retire and then they just like forced a fight in his face?
And then he won, so now he's gonna retire. But yes, almost got out of here dealing without taking care of
bills.
Yeah. If I can find the graphic. Make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe button, hit that notification button. We are here for you guys wherever you watch or get your podcasts. We're here on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Twitch. We're on all of it. Follow us on all the social media platforms. Speak_on it podcast. Yeah, man. We about to get out of here. Anybody got any last remarks?
Knicks and 6.
That's better than Knicks and 5.
Zelina Vega just got a nasty pop in her entrance. So
who's J? Who's JB?
That's James.
That's James Flo.
That's breezy.
I'm at both. Yeah.
But all right, from us to you, we will see you next time.